Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you guys are watching this. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule to watch us. This is our 3-month review of ATS. Let's say that it started out awesome. It did. It started out awesome until I couldn't get my home time. That's right. I'm recording this from my truck because I was supposed to be recording it from my kitchen table, but as you can see, not. How it all panned out was they had a load on Tuesday. Pick it up, drop it Wednesday in Indiana, which was fine. Then I get a phone call from my dispatcher saying, hey, we're going to have you shoot over to Porter and get your truck worked on because that load is going to a different place and it also doesn't deliver until Friday. Of course, I was mad, but I'm a company driver. So I didn't say too much because I can't lose my job, and because I know I can lose my cool easy. So I talked to the wife. We both were pretty, pardon the language, pissed off. It's our 28th anniversary. I had dinner plans. You break your dinner plans, you still have to pay for the deposit. So, yeah, there's that going for me. So anyway, everything I had planned for yesterday went right out the window. And I'm sitting over here in Fort Madison, Iowa, waiting to pick up a load, which will only end up being one load for the week, which kind of stinks. I mean, come on now. You got to look at it like that, But the thing is, like I said, now, I like working at ATS. I like ATS. There's just some stuff that I would change about ATS. For people who have no experience flatbedding, they should give you more than 1 day of training. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, that's my honest opinion. One day, a couple hours, it's not even 1 day, it was just a couple hours. They should have had tops out in the yard where they taught you how to fold them. If I didn't watch YouTube University, I would not know what I was doing. I mean, seriously. They show you how to use the ratchets. They show you how to strap. They come over and they're like, oh, did that wrong, do it this way. All right, well, how about if you give a little bit more explanation for people who never done this before? That's one thing that I'm looking at. I'm not saying anything about that, training or anything. I'm just saying that that's what should have happened. Because 19 years as a lazy door swinger, I didn't do nothing. And I'll tell you the truth, I didn't do nothing. I just swung the doors and sat down. That's why I'm so fat. Because I did that. I never went out and did anything. But now with this, I am sitting there. There we go. Sitting there, and I'm not sitting there anymore. I'm up doing stuff. You gotta, throw your chains, and then you gotta throw your straps. They have two different straps. One has a chain on it. The other one's just basic straps, but they're 30 feet long. Those things are freaking long, man. Woo! And throwing those freaking things over a freaking, an 8-foot load, man, that's a lot of work, But see, that's what I wanted to do, I wanted to learn this because there's always room for improvement. And I figured, hey, let's do this, But enough of that. ATS. The other thing that I would change about ATS, there you go, buddy, is their login system. I don't like their login system. It's stupid. Like I said, I've been out, since 2005. I know how to log. I know how to use the login systems. But this one here, for some reason, let's just say you take your half an hour break, and let's say you're 14, sitting at 6, you take your half an hour break. Well, you're not getting your 8-hour break. I'll tell you that much right now. No, you're only getting whatever the 14 says you got, which is stupid because that's not the way it's supposed to be. And so yeah, that's one thing that I would change right there automatically is that login system. I've already voiced my opinion about it. How I just think it's not right. And of course, we do have the cameras. We do not have driver-facing cameras, but we have the snitch. She's up there snitching on you. Now, what they have is they have an app, and on the app, it's called Luma. You got to do these. What are they called? Classes. Like, you got to go in, watch the videos, read the story, listen to the story, whatever, and then you got to answer all the questions. Now, a lot of those you have to have done before your 3 months is up, or you will not be dispatched on a load. So let's just say the 27th was my 3 months. I already had them done. I had them done like a month ago. I think it was a month ago. Yeah, I did all mine real quick. And so as we were, excuse me. So anyway, so they had the Lumas. You have to do all them, and then you have to call every Thursday. Well, it was every Thursday for me, so I don't know what it will be for anybody else. But you have to call and you have to talk to the safety guy, Jody. He asks you how your day, everyone that was in your orientation will be there. So they want to know how everything's going with ATS, and are you all right mentally, and make sure that everything's going all right. Make sure that you're not ready to lose it and snap like a twig. So that really isn't bad. I don't mind that. It gave you the opportunity of being able to speak, being able to tell, voice your opinion about stuff and have them listen. Let's see. Excuse me. And so anyways, like I said, you got the camera, the snitch. Now, what she does, there's a couple things on there that she does is, it doesn't say watch your lane, it says mind your lane. Like if you go too close to the lines or something like that. Too close to the shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And then she also does your following distance. Now, if a car cuts you off, which, they never do that, right? They never cut off a big truck. No. If the car is pulling away, then you're fine. But if you are catching up to that car, like I do all the time, I'm always getting pinged on it, then you get following too close. You're only allowed 30 CSA points. That's it. Now, if you go over that, of course, you got to be looking for another job. I'm trying to think of how they worded it. Oh, I should have. I was gonna write stuff down, but I was just so mad yesterday, man. Oh man, I was so mad. I still am mad, but I gotta talk to my wife today, and everything came in, but you can't do anything about it, So anyway, so we have that. So you have that. You can only allow 30 CSA points. That's it. And then if you go over that, you're automatically terminated. They'll tell you the stories. That's not my job to tell you the stories about people, what people got and stuff like that. That's not my job. It's theirs. So if anybody goes ATS, you'll hear the stories. Let's see what else. Orientation was good in Porter. They have a nice hotel there. That you get breakfast, you get lunch, and you get supper. And lunch is right there. When you're in orientation. Supper is at the hotel, and you just be down there. And they give you a piece of paper you fill out, and you write down what you want, blah, blah, blah. But you have to go down and make sure you get it, because if not, then you'll have other companies snagging it on you. Let's see. The orientation people were awesome. The lady that was there, her name is Terry. She used to be a driver. She's really nice. She really is. She had her hands full with us heathens. Because there were some of us that were kind of like jokesters, not bad to where we're interrupting them, but we were hellraisers. Let's see, and then they take you out for a road test, which, the road test it's all right. I mean, it's just a regular road test. But the only thing that gets me, though, is I never heard of an 18-wheeler when you turn left to get right into the left lane. I've never done that. Even in my training, 2005, I never once did that. Because it's not like these cars are so polite that they're going to allow you over, If you turn right, you got to get right course, go right to the right lane. Unless you need the left lane to get off the exit. To get on the interstate. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, when you get your truck, you go out and you inspect it. Make sure, everything's all right on it and stuff, that, nothing needs to be repaired. From what I heard, when people get their trucks, they have somebody from the shop go out with them and look over the truck with you, explain everything to you. Now I'm saying this is what's supposed to happen. Did not happen with John. They threw me the keys and said, have a nice day. So that was another thing that I was not happy about. I did not know about this until just, last week? Well, what was it, Thursday? Yeah, I think it was Thursday when somebody got their truck, and the mechanic that was talking to me, he's like, oh, I got to go out and, and do these trucks out here. And I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, so I asked him about it, and I was like, you guys never did that to me when I was here. But anyways, that's nothing. That's just whatever. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you don't have to worry about it. But I mean, if it's done and supposed to be done in every truck, it should have been done with me too. And then you get, because you can go to two divisions here, dry box or flatbed. So I can't speak on the dry box side. I don't know what you do exactly when you get your truck. I know with us, you bring your truck as close as you can to the building, if you can find a parking spot. And then they will bring out on a fork truck a box with every single bit that you need for your truck. Everything is there. Chains and, your binders and your coil racks, lumber. So you got to load up the truck the way your headache rack the way you want it. Now, my headache rack's loaded, but I'm sure it's not anywhere near what other people have. Let's see what else. Orientation is only for 4 days. Thursday is the last day. They ask you if you want to load to leave or do you want to wait until Monday. Me, I chose to leave. That's why I was able to go through the house real quick, see the wife, pick up my maxi, and what made my delivery. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything right off the top of my head. The one thing you will need to do is you need to write down your hours that you drive. Go into the Qualcomm, they'll show you how to do it, but go into the Qualcomm, pull up your logs, and write down every day that you drive. Because this thing does not give you a summary of your hours. So you have to do it yourself. None of the trucks have front curtains. That's to let you guys know. If you guys are expecting to see those, you won't see them. But I got authorization to take mine out of my truck and put in here. So that's what John will be doing when I get home. That's what I was supposed to be doing on Sunday when I was home. But anyway, so let's see. Like I said, I got the basic Freightliner. They give you a refrigerator. They give you a refrigerator. It does not have a freezer. It does not have a light. But it's a refrigerator. Because that's my freezer right there. So, of course, you got the TV mount. You got the microwave holder. Which I got this up here because this microwave stayed in my truck for, about 6 years. Never once anything happened to it. And in this truck here, the friggin' leg broke because some reason the strap on top broke. So it when I hit a bump, it went up and then slammed back down. So we got that going for me. But as you can tell, this is just a basic Freightliner. Okay, it has everything. Thanks, let me grab it. It's the same. Freightliner does not change any of their trucks. We don't have the digital dash, which I wish we did. I mean, we had the one in the middle, but I like the other one. See, it's all the same. I mean, there's nothing different about this truck at all. Nothing, except for we have lights. Whoop. We have lights right there. You can see if I can turn this flashlight on instead. There we go. We have lights here. You know, you got your backlights. You got your the yellow beacon lights. I don't know what that other one's for. So that's mainly what it is. Like I said, it's just a basic Freightliner. You know, up here we got our hard hats. They give you a book. You got your hazmat books, which I'm not hauling hazmat. Of course, like I said, they come up here. Up here, they give you a printer. Every truck comes with a printer, paper. And if you can get logged into that, there's an ATS app. So you can print off all your permits. So now, up here, we'll show you if you want to get to doing your own. That's a little messy right now because I just made supper, but I have this big tote here just for waters, as you can tell. Right there. Let me put it over there. And then we got a tote here, which has sugar in it, paper bowls, ramen noodles, and stuff like that. Over here, we have another big tote, which has food in it. Everything has its place, and then we have a place for everything. So, there's all my food. I got cereal right there. Underneath this is my shower bag. Underneath here, I got Maxie's food, and I got some more boxes of noodles. Over here, we have our pots and pans. Over here, we have our vacuum cleaner. A little shop vac. You can get them at Walmart for $20. And then all my bowls. You know, I got my ramen bowls, which I don't eat ramen that much, but. And then you got Maxie's food right here. And then, of course, this is what I use to cook with. And then, of course, I don't use plastic silverware. I use real silverware. Got my safety vest here. Freezer bags for when I get food. Frozen stuff. Up here, we got our cups. Dawn laundry. This soap. And all the bunch of odd and ends. So like I said, this is the easiest way to set up a Freightliner. These right here you can get at Walmart. All this stuff I get at Walmart. Okay? I don't care what anybody says. I like Wally World. Let me get down here. And so you pick these up. And you can have, if you have the Freightliner like this, I think any truck. I have not seen the Volvos yet. But I think you can do this same setup in any truck. Except for, well, unless you get a Peterbilt. I don't know what they're called, but the ones that have the top bunk. Which I was kind of hoping to get. A Peterbilt or a Volvo. Because I really didn't want a Freightliner, but, you know. Yeah, let me close this up real quick. Sorry, buddy. Just steady. Okay, and what else I have is a fan. And a handsome puppy. Is a fan. And what I do is I pick that up. But right now I got this. That's my safety jacket. I put that underneath the fan so it picks it up more. And that's what I use when I don't need the APU running. Because I like to have nice, cool air. Of course, this is a closet. Got my toaster. Got my can opener. Whoop, hold on, buddy. There you go. All my shirts. Bonehead trucker shirt. You even trucker, bro? We got rags down here. Safety jacket. Down here. Oh, they have this thing here. Which says, like, nothing. We don't use that. Down here we have our medicine and laundry detergent. We have to have peroxide because if we cut ourselves, we have to automatically clean it ASAP because we had a staph infection. So we bleed easy now. Alright, so there's that. And like I said, in the refrigerator here, there's no freezer. But this is my stuff. So we have all that. This is a table that I pull out and I use to cook on. Sorry. So mainly, yeah, this is my freezer here for people who've never seen one of these before. Take care of the garbage. Let's put this back up here real quick. Then we made spaghetti tonight. And we got T-Mobile for the truck, which I love it. Works awesome. Okay, keep that there so we don't drop it. This is my freezer. I know it looks like a cooler, but it's actually a freezer. See? Everything is like totally frozen in here. Love this thing. I got this thing when I was at Prime. I think my wife checked the receipt. I think it was like, I want to say 7.5, 8 years old. So that works pretty good right there. I mean, right now it's at 13 because I just stopped at Wally World and, picked up some ice cream, and I love myself some ice cream sandwiches. But that's it. Oh, and the other thing, too, I was not impressed with is, now you have to do all this work, okay? Being a flatbedder. You got to lift the chains, you got to lift the wood, and yada, yada, yada. You cool, buddy? All right, we'll shut this off. Whoop. There you go, honey. Take you today too long. They give you a welfare mattress. And what I say about a welfare mattress is that this thing, you sit on it, and boom, you're right on the bottom of this, where the mattress sits. So I call it a welfare mattress. It's a crappy one that the TA tries to sell for $400, which is not worth the powder to blow it to, you know. So they don't. You have to get a mattress of your own. If you have one, try to get it home so that way when you go home, you can put it in here. I can't afford a $600 mattress right now. That's just no way in holy. Bonehead Truckers has one, $569 for a mattress. I was like, Jesus. I didn't even pay that much for my freaking California king size. That's unbelievable. I don't know. But so that's what we got going on. Trying to figure out. Yeah, the loads ain't too bad. The app, the only thing I don't like about the app, when you stop your truck, it takes 5 minutes before the app recognizes that your truck is not moving. It says, we're sorry, but you cannot use this app while driving. It's like, I'm sitting right in front of the shipper or receiver, whatever, and I'm trying to get the numbers, but of course you can't. So what John had learned is when he stops, before he logs out and shuts the truck off, I automatically go on the Qualcomm or whatever that system's called, and I take a picture of the pickup number or the drop number. So that way you don't have to worry about it. But besides that, they have nice terminals. Porter one, that's nice. The washer and dryers are all free. The bathrooms have showers in them, so that's even better. Let's see. Porter doesn't have anybody. Well, Terry's there, but they don't have big people. They do have a nice shower. They just added on. They just redid a whole lot out there. That thing looks really nice. You go to St. Cloud. Whew, that one's big. That's where they have all the big boys. And of course, you have all this. You have the shop. You have the place where you can get supplies. Oh, they have that in Porter too. They have a place where you can get supplies. And the shop. But I think the shuttle will take you to the big building. Now, the big building, you could park your truck and trailer there, and you'll be all right. There's a spot made for it. It's all the trucks can you park there with a load, not worry about it. I did that, but I didn't get the tour of the place, so we were at the driver's lounge for the truckers, and that's as far as I made it. So I can't discuss the building because I do not know nothing about it. Let's see. Every place that I picked up at, people have always been happy to see me. Hey, I'm here for ATS, here to pick up a load. Oh, yeah, good. That makes you feel good when, you go to a place and they're like, oh, awesome, you're here, all right, let's get this done so that we can, get it out of the way and get other stuff done. I try to show up early as I can. Like over here, I have to be here at 7, but I'm thinking I'm going to be up anyways. I'm up at 5 o'clock every freaking morning, so because I got stuck getting up for 2 weeks straight at 5 in the morning, so now my body just gets up automatically at 5. So, let's see. The trailers are always in good condition. I have not found a trailer yet that had anything wrong with it. Of course, the minor dents and stuff where, either people back into them and into you, or some people can't, swing wide, so they end up brushing the yellow pole or whatever. So your rub rail will be pushed in some spots. The other thing is on the trailers is if you're not a flatbedder, you don't know this, is I don't want to say it wrong, but what do they call the ratchets there on the side of the trailer? You put the straps in and wind up. You have to move them all the way away from those tires and take a bungee cord, a big one, and start with the last one, pull it, go up the rubber rail, back down, and then hook it to the first one. So that way it's holding it, because if not, with these perfect roads here in America, those will just slide and get right over. I mean, literally, they'll stop at the last, whatever it is, the chain holder or the one for the straps. It'll stop right there and then right over your tires. So that kind of crazy. Let's see what else. If you get with your dispatcher, if you're a company driver and you need to replace some stuff, you get with your dispatcher, you tell them what you're going to be needing or what you're bringing in to exchange for something different. You have to give them, and then he makes out a piece of paper. It's either MIC or MCI number. And then you give that to the shop. The people who do the supplies, they'll pull that up on their computer and they'll know automatically who you are, your truck number, and yada, yada, yada. So they have that. They give you blank bill of lading so that, I don't know, well, a lot of dry boxes will know about this. We used to do it as, they used to call it blind shipment. So you'd have to fill out your own bill of lading, because you're not supposed to tell the shipper where it was going, and you're not supposed to tell the receiver where it came from. So it's called a blind shipment. So that's what we have is those. So if you need to do that, you can do that. Let's see what else. Of course, you get a logbook, you get let's see. You get this red folder up here. Yeah, they give you a hot hat too. You get this red folder, which I broke mine on accident, and it'll tell you. Let me get this turned so you guys can see it. All right. The oversized, overweight permit overview. Now you have this, and it goes through everything that you need. Oregon and Washington, New Hampshire, Canada, Missouri, everything for all the roads of what you need. So this book comes in handy. So what you want to do is keep the book up there like I have it. Right up there. And that way you don't have to worry about it. So if you have any questions, like I have been, you can grab it real quick and look at it. Of course, you do get your hazmat ones, your hazmat books like always, but I'm not doing hazmat. I got one more year and my hazmat expires, and I'm letting it go. As long as you do your job and you don't do anything stupid. And now a preventable accident is also running over grass. So remember that when you're pulling into a shipper or a receiver. Swing wide. It's a friggin' trailer. So you need to make sure you don't bump anything. If you did any kind of damage, it's better to tell ATS than it is not, and just try to let it go and then not getting, thinking that you're not going to get in trouble. But remember, there's cameras out there. Everyone's got a camera. Everyone's got a cell phone. So, and they're always looking at truck drivers. They're always looking to film us. So always remember, it's your CDL, your livelihood. All right, your ATS is going to get in trouble too, but you're the one who's going to be looking for a job. Running without your seatbelt. everyone knows that commercial vehicles, you're supposed to have your seatbelt on. I'm not hopping on it. I'm just saying. That's a termination automatically. And no rehire anywhere else. Cell phone violation. Termination. No rehire anywhere else. Because they're not going to take that. That's one of the things that they ask you. Hey, did you have a seatbelt violation? Do you have a cell phone violation? Overweight ticket because you didn't have the money to scale. Or you're just too lazy to scale. Just every little thing that any other company is going to ask you, ATS is going to ask you. So, always be prepared, Like I said, every place that I've gone to, they've been polite. I don't really think, except for the one in Alabama when I picked up that lumber load. It was like 110 degrees out, and the lady made me move from the topping station and take a ladder and top the rest of the load because they didn't want me in the building. And I was not happy about that. Let's just put it that way. I was not happy. It was freaking, I almost passed out. I literally did. And it was terrible. It really was. I mean, what could have turned into a really bad day for them, thank God didn't, because if I would have went down, they would have been sued, because to kick somebody out of the topping station so that you can have them open. So I don't know why. There was nobody behind me or anything, nobody waiting or anything. And I know I'm a slow person still. I'm getting better. I am getting better. We're going to see them Monday. But like I said, every other place that I've gone to, I've never had anybody, disrespect me or anything, except for that one. You do get all your permits. You get your HUD sticker. You get Easy Pass, of course. You're a company driver, so for me, it took me a minute. It literally did. It took me. I'm taking back roads to avoid the toll. And my wife had to say, "Hey, remember now." Who's getting on here? She's like, "Oh, remember now. You can fuel up. You don't have to wait for a certain time to fuel up." It took me a minute to do that, but we did it. So, but besides that, people, everything, like I said, is going good except for not getting my home time. I know a lot of people are like, "Well, it happens." Yes, it does happen, but it better not happen again. We have home time coming up. We rescheduled for the 11th, and we're gonna wait to see what happens. That's all we can do, right? You can't do anything else. So just keep our fingers crossed we can make it home for the 11th. But besides that, don't let that, my losing my home time, put a bad taste in your mouth. ATS, I like ATS. I'm not leaving ATS. I want to learn more. I want to go up. I don't want to go up, to number one. I don't want to be turbines or the blades or, 15, 22 axles. No, I just want to be able to do an RGN. When we already know how to do step deck, we brought those loads up out of Laredo. That was a pretty good load. But besides that, like I said, guys, I like it here, and I think it's gonna be a good fit as soon as we get the kinks worked out. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Just gonna get those kinks worked out and let them know. Let him know. Hey, this is what we need to do. They go home every night, so there shouldn't be no reason why, if I'm here for 3 months, I shouldn't be able to go home. But anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I do appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Like I said, it's just a basic truck. If you want a better tour, like say the outside, I can do that. I can, give you a tour of the headache rack, which is a mess right now, but I can, let you guys see what how I set it up. Maybe you guys can tell me about, am I doing it wrong or how to do it differently. But besides that, I do appreciate you guys watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I do read all you guys' messages, and I put, I put a thumb up, and I use the heart too, because every comment to me means a lot, because you guys are the only people I talk to besides my wife. I talk to my father every now and then, and I talk to Triple T every now and then, but I don't want to aggravate him because, he has his own family. So right here is all I have is you guys. So keep it to the minimum, but let me know what you guys think. Alrighty? And we will talk to you guys later. Alrighty.